go. What then got me good? Yeah. Oh, hey friends. I hope y'all guys are doing well out there. It's a windy day. That's why I titled the video, It's a Windy Day. I got stung the other day by a wasp. I'll wait for everybody to get in. Yeah. So just trying to start kind of slow today. There we go. I see somebody's in here. Hey, friend. Hi, how you doing? Hey, Kathy. Kathy Redwine, guys. Hey, the one and only Jimmy Dudley. Hi, Vez. What's up, Hi, Vez? Los Gamon, George, Old Timer, Laura Thyme, Chanel, Big Hef, Raul Lopez, Faith, Barletta, Ashley Light, Justin, Jennifer. Hey guys, how are y'all guys doing? It's good to see you. Good afternoon from here. Oh, as y'all guys can tell, I was just telling the screen before you showed up. I got stung by a wasp like 2 days ago. Look at this. See the stinger? And it's like just swollen up all of this. Yesterday, I looked like a bulldog. Literally, this was like just, I looked like Eddie Murphy on Nutty Professor, right? Yeah, it was bad. And I couldn't sleep very well either. I took a Benadryl, the first night, and that helped knock me out. I think it might have helped with it a little bit. Normally, I don't swell up like this when I get hit by a bee or a wasp or something. I think it hits so deep in the face that the poison's trying to get out or something. But that's why I've got the Wolverine claws, right? So like I heal fast, right? And no, a tattoo's not gonna make you heal fast. It couldn't hurt. Right? No, it's good to see y'all guys. Hi, Nova. Hope you are feeling better. I am feeling better, my friend. It's just I push myself, not in a bad way, but I do, and I know my limits, right? But I do kind of push through it sometimes, and I'll need to take that rest day. Today's a cool day. Yeah, we've got this thing I think I'm going to go to later. I forget what it's called. It's a thing for the community, though, to get together and talk to all the different law enforcement around town and stuff. It's like National Night Out or something like that, which is really cool. I want to go down later if I have the time or if I feel like it, you know. I've been honestly feeling a little bit sluggish today. What's this? Sherry O'Neill. Thank you, Sherry. Hi. Sherry put in $6 to the channel, guys. Thank you for your support, Sherry. Let me give you a heart and that's an emoji, so I can't give it a heart. Well, just know I'm giving you a heart anyway, all right? So it's a cool little emoji with a little hippo, like, looking around and stuff, all startled. So thank you, Sherry. I appreciate you so much. Appreciate all y'all guys. Honestly, your support and encouragement really gives me the ability to keep moving forward, not just with revenue and stuff, but just like your support and encouragement, right? Because some days, we all go through it, right? Some days it's like, oh, what am I doing with my life, right? Or I just feel like I need to talk to somebody, right? Because it's important to talk to people. Humans are very social, and like even before we had language, you know, we still had communication, and I think that's really important. And getting to talk to y'all guys is like that communication for me. It's that connection kind of, you know. So thank you so much. Jimmy says he's doing okay. Good, Jimmy. I got to catch the tail end of Jimmy's morning coffee live this morning because I was still up. And I don't sleep at night, really. It's a weird thing. But it's just what makes me comfortable. And it helps because I've got friends all over the place and you never know when any of them are up, right? So I got to get into Jimmy's live last night for like 5 minutes. I was about to go to bed and I flipped on my YouTube and there he is drinking his coffee and saying good morning to everybody. So I was like, hey, bro, good night. Yeah, it was fun. Later today, now, I've got to call Jimmy right after this. Jimmy, I think we're still on for the interview, right? Jimmy and I were going to do a split screen interview like we've done before, probably around like 5 o'clock my time. That's in a couple of hours from now. I just want to talk to him. Everybody that doesn't know him, I want to kind of get to know him. Jimmy is very, very close to getting to the into the YouTube partnership program. He's worked for about 3 years on his channel very diligently. He's a working man, a family man. He doesn't have much time, but he's taken the time that he does have, and he's made time for us so that he could continue with his YouTube, which is very good. He's got an excellent little group like us. He's a cool guy. And if you want help him out, you can go over to his channel. It's Jimmy Dudley 3677, I believe. But if you just type in @Jimmy Dudley, I think you'll get him. And be sure to like and subscribe if you like what he's doing. He only needs about 90, maybe less subscribers to get into the partnership program, which will give him all kinds of different features and everything. And honestly, it's going to be that trophy for working so hard, for being so diligent and everything. And like I said, I think you'll enjoy his channel. I do. Jimmy's a different kind of guy, right? Which means he's unique. And I always enjoy being there in his lives. Plus, he's actually a really good friend of mine. We met on Instagram many years ago. I can't believe it's been that long. And yeah, we just hit it off. He's a good guy. So yeah, 5 o'clock North Pacific time. Now I've got to call Jimmy. If something changes, I'll do a short about it, guys. Hey, Jenny. Dry water's in the house, guys. There's the kangaroo lady. Hope all is going well. That's our friend Jenny, guys. Weekend Warriors. Hey, Weekend. How you doing? Faith is in the house. Kim from Michigan. Hey, Kim. Kathy says, okay, chat, hit that like button. Appreciate you, Kathy. Thanks for reminding everybody. George says, go with your brothers to Alaska. George, not going to happen, my friend. I appreciate you. I thank you so much for being part of the adventure and enjoying it all so very much. My family and I, we have gone our separate ways. You know, I have a couple brothers I still communicate with and everything. It's natural. It's even healthy to do that, to build our own lives and stuff, you know. And I've built my own life here in Washington. I've got a beautiful wilderness that I go out in all the time. I've got friends here in the community, people that help me, people that I help, and I'm just very, very satisfied with my life right now. Yeah, you know, the one thing I started to title this video Changes, right? Instead of Windy Day or whatever I did title it. Because life is about changes and everything. And I think that's a good way to segue into it. You know, nothing ever stays the same. And it can make it hard when we move forward into different things because we can miss the past and how things were and think about it and try and make it go back there. But then at some certain point, life can't go backwards anymore. It can only go forwards. And I think that those people in life that can accept that more readily probably have more success, honestly, or maybe they probably just feel better about it. I'm one of those people that when things change or when like I move forward and move on, it really kind of bothers me a little bit. I become sad and melancholy, and it's hard for me to find that energy that I need that allows me to move forward, you know, if that makes any sense. Then in the end, it's the healthy thing to do, honestly. I should have made a whole cup of coffee for this. I don't know why I would have hit the go live button with like an eighth a glass of cold coffee. That's not Matt Brown style right there. I don't know what I was thinking, right? Matt, fun. Hey. Agree, making baking soda paste will help you heal. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Yes, I've heard that also. Another friend of mine, my mechanic's mom, I ran into her the other day. She had got stung 3 times in the chin, like 2 days before I wound up getting stung. And she said the same thing. She said that make a paste out of baking soda. Oops. And then just apply that to the whole area, and that will help like dry out the poison and make it feel better and all. I'll probably do that tonight when I go to bed. I don't want to walk around today with like baking soda caked to my face, but I will try that if it hasn't healed much. I try and let my body do it on its own and everything, so it's a weird a weird matchup, kind of letting it do it on its own and then like using other stuff to make it work, you know. But I am surprised to still be so puffy. Normally, when I get hit, it'll swell up a little bit and then it just goes away, you know. I did ice it yesterday. That helped. Yeah. It's just the hornets and the wasps are really bad here around this time of year. Jamie had like, I don't know, there had to have been 50 of them up underneath the steps over here because her daughters and I, we were working out here in the yard the other day and I got the wasp spray because I saw a couple of them. I hit it and the dang thing started pouring out. So I kept hitting them again, right? And then kept working for a little bit. And then when her daughter got out, more of them were flying. Well, she sat there for, I don't know, probably about 10 minutes and used the whole can of spray on the dang things. And still there are a couple wasps over there. Me, what I did, I've moved my trailer. I moved my trailer up to, yes, I'm wearing my Chevy Chase pajamas still at 3 in the afternoon. But don't worry about it. Most days I'm more productive. That's after 2. I'm sorry. No, I moved my trailer up to a trailer park up here just to store it. Basically, it was starting to like fall apart while it's just sitting here. They're kind of like a boat. They need to be hooked up and run and everything. And it's actually surprisingly affordable. The monthly rent on it is not bad. It made me feel good, you know, because having technically my own place, right? It'll be my own address and stuff like that. That feels like forward motion. Also, it's a lot nicer out front. We lost some of the privacy here because it kind of like blocked us from the road a little bit. But I mean, really, once the grass grows in over there, I think it's going to be a lot better. And so anyway, back to the story. I was hooking the dang thing up and I've never hooked this trailer up. I've done a lot of like motorhomes and stuff with my dad in the past, so I have a rudimentary idea of how it works, right? But I couldn't find the water hookup. I found the gray water hookup, not gray water, the drinking water. It's gray water. Yeah, the gray water is the potable water. The potable water hookup, right? That's where you can fill the tanks. I couldn't find the dang this little screw nozzle that you put your garden hose into and then you hook up to city water so that you have like good pressure and on-demand water. So I was opening up all these little compartments trying to find that dang thing, and there was one of them. I don't have a key for any of the locks, so I just like stick my knife in there, right, and kind of like jimmy it. So I was jimmying the lock, and then I got it barely open, and like 12 of the dang things flew out at me, and like most of them went right past my head, like a shotgun blast or something. And then one, and it wasn't a big one either. I mean, this thing was about that big, but it was the kind that has the long stem between the thorax and the abdomen, the chest and the butt part, right? And boy, it was mean looking too. It got me right in the cheek and just zoomed off. So I went back up with a can of spray and I took care of them too. But it's nice. I kind of like it. Yeah, it's not bad. It's gonna give me a little bit more space and stuff too, because like a lot of the stuff that I had sitting out around my trailer, like Jack and Amber gave me a smoker, pardon me, I've got a bunch of other like camp supplies and stuff. It really made this place look trashy, and so now it gives me a place to put it. Also, a friend of mine is giving me another pickup truck, and I don't have anywhere to keep it here, so having that spot up there gives me 2 places to keep other vehicles basically. What's this? Oh, hey, somebody. Hey, hang on, let me try and get this right. Abdius Ritter just dropped in $5 for the channel, guys, on a comment. Let me get you a like and a heart. Hi, Matt. I'm Brazilian. A big fan. What do you know about Brazil? Hey, I know that one of these days I really want to go to Brazil. I have a lot of friends in Brazil, and I didn't know that until a couple of years ago. I just thank you so much for being here. One of these days, I'm going to make it to your stomping grounds because I think it would be really, really cool. There are lots of places that I would like to go and explore. I'd like to see across the pond, you know, in Europe and stuff. But definitely going to make it down to Brazil one of these days. I don't know a lot about it. I do know that the people are really cool, and that I'm sure the countryside and stuff has to be neat. I expect it to be hot. However, I've been through hot before. I've done hot like in, oops, hang on, how do I, oh, stop, go back. There, okay, now I'm back on the page. Yeah, anyway, I can do hot, I can. As long as there's some shade, as long as I can get something to drink every now and then, I'll be fine, right? Yeah, because I've been through California, Death Valley, I got sober, I spent 6 months out in, it's by Palm Springs, Palm Desert, California, right? Hottest I've ever seen was 119 degrees, and I think I could do it, you know? Let's see. Everybody's saying hate each other. Very cool. Marcia, hola Marcia. Parts truck. All right, Jimmy's talking to Drywater about a parts truck. Faith is talking to Laura. Joyce is talking to Robert. Hey Robert. Oh, wait a minute. Cool. You're back. Your little emote. Your thing threw me, Robert. Hi to the one and only Robert Gaylor, guys. I know you had to start another channel. Robert had problems here on the channel. I appeared that he was blocked or something, but he wasn't. I went in and checked like 3 or 4 times. Sometimes YouTube is buggy like that. I have people that like, I don't get their notifications or anything anymore. And being that I've got this one channel, it makes it difficult, you know, because I can't just create another channel and drop in. It's good to see you, Robert. Thanks for all your support and encouragement, my friend. Cicely says, what's for dinner? That's a good question. I think that I'm going to do, I do this recipe. I did a cooking show about it one night. I used beef for that one, but you can really use any meat. I'm going to do, let's say it's pork chop, potatoes, peppers, and I'm gonna run up and pick up an onion for like 70-something cents. And so what you do, you cut up the pork chop. I take the fat off first, right? And I'm not throwing that away. I love the fat. That's my favorite part. But I take the fat off first, and then I put that into a hot pan and let it render. I let it get nice and cooked and let all that fat turn into like a grease. That's what I'm going to use for the to cook the rest of the food. Then once that's cooked down, I'll take and chop the rest of the pork chop into slices or dices about that big and throw it in there. I let it salt it real good, right? I love salt. I believe in salt. As long as we're working out and everything, salt is actually good for our bodies. A lot of people are deficient in salt and don't even realize it, because a low sodium diet is for people that don't move or aren't active very much. People who are active, and I'm just talking about like walking a couple miles, use salt a lot faster than anybody else. So I salt the heck out of that stuff. Then I take and I dice some potatoes to about the same. I'm just make little cubes. One thing I find easy is to cut them like I'm doing French fries and then just dice those, and I wind up with some nice little cubes. So once the meat has browned or braised, so it's got that little bit of cooked on the outside, I'll take and throw those potatoes in. I let them a little bit brown on the outside, and I'll salt it again once you put the potatoes in, because the meat has sucked in all of that additional salt. If you don't salt it again, the potatoes won't get salt, and then you'll have to add the salt afterwards. And when we add salt afterwards, it has that over taste. It's just like you have to chew it to get the salt to actually mix with the food. If we cook the salt with the food, then it'll suck in, right? So after you put the potatoes, then you salt it again and put a little bit of water in there, not much, like 4 or 5 teaspoons, and then put a lid on it and let it simmer for a while. It'll start to bubble and everything. Now, while it's bubbling and simmering, it's starting to cook. I cut up the onions, the peppers, and I keep the potatoes on the side, right? Then I'll also keep the peppers on the side. Open up the lid, drop in the onions and the potatoes. Now, if you like your food super hot, then go ahead and put the peppers in there, because what's going to happen, they're going to get hotter the more that you cook the peppers, right? Now, I put the peppers in towards the end because I like a medium hot. And so what I'll do, where are we now? Yeah. All right. So go ahead, put the potatoes, the onions in with the water, and then cover the top of it. Let that cook real good until you can open up that lid. If it starts to steam out and get dry, add a little bit more water. Not much though, just enough that it stays moist inside there. After that, you open it up, check. If the potatoes and the meat are done, that's what you're looking for. Now add your peppers, put the lid back on for about 5 more minutes. That lets everything suck up the flavor of those peppers. Then take the lid off. Cook it on a slow simmer, so it's just slowly bubbling, and then the water is going to cook out of it. The oil or the grease from the pork chop will not cook out of it. It's going to stay there. Now, once the water's gone and the oil remains, it'll start to fry. I take a spatula and gently squish the top of it, right? I'm not mashing the potatoes, but I want to kind of squish the potatoes a little bit. And what's cool is that the meat in there makes a little stopper. So as you push it down, you can't push it totally flat. So it'll smash those potatoes instead of mashing them, right? Then let it sit. You're doing hash browns. Let it sit for a good few moments, right? So that the bottom starts to brown and it'll start getting crispy. It'll get a little bit of crisp on the outside of the meat and on the outside of the potatoes. Turn it once, let it do that again, and then serve. And it is good. It really is. I did a video on this before. I might do another one though, now that I've kind of perfected the recipe, because I've been eating it for about a week and I am not tired of it. If you get tired of it, you can also swap the recipe around. Use a different meat, maybe throw in some different veggies or something. Not tonight, but another time I want to try dicing up a few apples with it and throwing it in there and just see what happens. I like to experiment with my food and see if there are different or better ways to do it, or if there's a way to change one meal into a different meal, you know? I enjoy being able to cook for myself because sure, it's easy to throw something in the microwave or go get a TV dinner or something. After a while, though, a home-cooked meal is just so nice, and so few of us actually get that anymore, especially living in the city, especially when things are really busy. So I just recommend that, like, it's a life changer to be able to cook 1 or 2 good hot meals for ourselves. Also, like, if we're dating or something like that, it's very good to be able to show somebody that you can cook, right? Also, you might want to show them that you can do dishes. I feel bad for Jamie here. I live with Jamie, as y'all guys know, and at night while I'm doing my midnight snacks, I don't want to wash my dishes afterwards because it'll wake everybody up. I mean, we're talking like 2, 3 in the morning, right? And so she does them in the morning, and I try and get to them before she does, but she's so active all the time that she's just really hard to keep up with. It's like I was sitting here trying to get my bearings and drink my coffee and everything, and she's out here running back and forth, zoom, 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 like doing everything, and I just feel lazy sometimes. People have different energy levels and different motivations too, you know, so I always try and accept that. Speaking of the garden, check out my harvest this year. So as y'all guys know, we put in some raised beds here for Jamie. So she has tomatoes, bell peppers, and some flowers and some strawberries. And I got a hot pepper plant, a jalapeno plant from the farmer's market one day. And so this is my harvest. I got 3 jalapeno peppers. Are they beautiful or what? I didn't even do anything to them. I just buried them and let them sit, and we watered them with the rest of the garden, obviously, or honestly. But I'm gonna put those in my dinner tonight, or maybe just one of them. You know, save the other 2. Yeah. Haha, still got it. Yeah. Hey, Ophi, okay. Hey, Matt, my dad, Tom, is a big fan. Well, hey to your dad, Tom. How about we just be friends now that I've met you, all right? Hey, how you doing, Tom? I hope you're well, my friend. Lisa, nice. That's talent. Oh, thanks for the juggling. Kim from Michigan. Yes, my hubby makes me feel lazy. Okay, he's the more active one. I get it. Yes. All right. Well, you know what? It's okay to get stuff done slow. Lots of people that work towards things slowly, achieve big things and stuff, and honestly, and though slow is not careful. That's what I always remind myself. It was one of my dad's saying. Slow is not careful. Slow can be more accurate sometimes, though, and it can keep us from feeling overwhelmed, rushed, or having to zone into single tasks. Me, I move slowly on a bunch of different things that I can compartmentalize. Earlier on, see, I've done a lot of brain training over the years, and so I've built little compartments in my head, basically, where I can keep stuff. Early on, I was a mess because of the same thing. I was always trying to do too much and I couldn't focus on the one task, right? But then slowly after a while, I was able to train myself to compartmentalize those tasks, and then I was able to follow my true nature, which is to kind of go slower towards my goals and stuff, which is cool. One of these days, I'm going to do a video about I need better terms than they already have, because they're so stigmatized nowadays. It's like upgrading our character, right? So like when I wasn't paying attention to who and how I was, I had a bunch of character flaws. I also had a bunch of character perks, I guess we could call it, right? It's our nature, basically. I learned that I can turn my flaws, like, okay, let's say things are on a scale, right? So hot and cold are on a scale. And somewhere we go from hot to cold, right? Or love and hate, right? We've got love and we got hate and we got everything in between. Well, we can't turn hot into hate or into love, but we can turn hot into cold. And we can't turn hate into cold or hot, but we can turn into love, or vice versa, right? That's how I found out about myself, is that my traits, right? So laziness, let's say laziness or procrastination. I was able to turn procrastination into patience. So when something happens, something that's aggravating or irritating that I want to respond to immediately, but I know that my immediate response later I'm going to look back on it and wish I'd done it some other way. So I've turned my procrastination into an ability to, when that frustrating thing happens, kind of check out and just be very patient in responding to that thing. And that allows me the time to think about that thing, so that when I do respond to it, then I'm responding to it in a way that is actually thought out and follows better my own inner nature and desires. I'm not saying it's perfect. I mean, like I was saying the other day, I lose a lot more than I win in life, right? But it is better than it was. And I hope that was concise. These are things that I try and figure out how to talk to y'all guys about, like the scale between hot and cold, right? Cool, I got neighbors driving by honking again. Yeah. Julian, hi Julian. Luckily, I just ate. Unfortunately, I've still got room for more, and I'll have to force myself not to rise up for more. I understand, Julian. Regulation is really hard, isn't it, my friend? I have stuff that I do that way too, and it can be really difficult. I love your willpower. I love your self-knowledge, for what you want and what you need and what's good for you. And then the strength that you also have to fight that indulgence, right? To stay to what's true to you. Thanks, Julian, for being there, my friend. You got to dip in, asked Chris. No, Chris, I haven't chewed in a long time. I smoke cigarettes. I got a wasp sting the other day while I was working on my trailer, and it has just blown up. Yesterday, I looked like one half of a bulldog. All this was just like drooping off of me. It was really bad, Chris. Kathy, Matt, hang on, Mark's birthday. No kidding, Kathy. Awesome. All right, guys, we're going to sing happy birthday to Mark, and then I'm going to have to go here pretty soon. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mark. Happy birthday to you, and many more. Yay. Thanks for being there, Mark. Thanks for being there, Kathy. Hey, Mark, I hope it's been a really good year. I mean, I know it's all ups and downs nowadays and everything. I hope that there's been more ups than downs. I hope that the future, holds nothing but hope and learning and prosperity for you. I hope for another great year, and I thank you so much for being here and sharing your birthday with us. I find this one of the coolest things that we do here on the channel because that is truly a special day. It celebrates the time when Mark came to join us all for his time here with the rest of us, And so just thank you for being here with us, Mark. It's funny, guys. I started doing birthdays because I just think it's nice to be able to sing happy birthday to people, right? But then at the same time, there are little sites out there and stuff where people actually charge money, people who have been on the TV and stuff, to sing happy birthday to people. And that's why I decided, no, we are going to celebrate everybody's birthday every time, no matter what. Now, I've had some jokers who think they're Bart Simpson drop in here before, and you know how Bart used to call Moe's Tavern and he'd be like, hey, is there a Mr. Butts there? First name Seymour. And then what's his name? Moe would be like, hey, I want to see more butts, right? And sometimes I get those people will drop in and say, hey, it's Seymour's birthday, right? And yeah, so I've got a couple times, but it's all right too. Whenever I like to win and lose appropriately, right? So when I lose, I like to be like, well played, you got me. Oh, yesterday was day 5 at the gym. No, I didn't go to the gym last night. Day before it was day 5 at the gym. I'm doing the 100-day challenge. I was talking to y'all guys about it yesterday. So I read on Instagram a couple years ago that it was just a little quote that I don't even remember who said it, but it was a little quote somebody posted, and it goes, one day in the gym won't change anything. 100 days in the gym will change everything. And so before I got injured here recently, I had completed my 100-day challenge. You should have seen my shoulders. They were like, which I don't need shoulders that big. I've noticed they slow me down, actually. It's a lot harder to do my endurance, and I never really use them. So, I only need them about half like that, but my shoulders have dropped off here recently. So I've started, my injury's healed, and I've started my next 100-day challenge. I am doing pictures. I'm trying to cover it kind of so that I can post them 4 and 5 at a time, or week 1, week 2. And anybody else that's into doing the challenge can kind of follow along with me is what I'm thinking, or I can follow along with them too, Neo Dread, cool name. Reminds me a little bit of the Matrix. Neo, right? The one. Yo, fellow Washingtonian here. SW, the Southwest, small city named Camas. Cool. Big fan and new to your community page. Paper makers. Okay. Hoorah. Or Hoona. Very cool, Neo. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying this section of our YouTube community. This is a really great place. We've got a lot of really cool people from all over the world. A lot of people who think way differently than each other and have very different lives. And we come here and get along. We accept each other's differences and praise each other's abilities and stuff. And for me, it just really shows that all the BS going on in the media and stuff, which it's real. There's a lot of people out there that just can't get along, right? But there's a good bunch of us here who, like, no matter what, we can still go along. And Neil, your words really touched me. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I always tell people I didn't build this. I just gave everybody a place to gather, and then everybody gathered, right? Like, Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come, right? Hey, Reverend Dream is out there. What up, Dream? How you doing, brother? Brenda Lee says, Matt, can you sing happy birthday to Virginia tomorrow? It's her birthday. Yes, you mean Virginia Harris, right? Yes. Brenda and Virginia and a whole bunch of y'all guys are long timers, solid gold. Virginia, I think... So Virginia used to take pictures on her phone of stuff, right, and post it to Instagram, and it was cool, right? And then Virginia really got into it, and all of a sudden I could see this change in her posts where it went from being nice pictures of like sunsets and stuff like that to more like from a magazine. She like started, I don't know if she was just self-teaching herself or what, all right, because she hasn't told me. Maybe she was reading about it and like really pursuing it all, or through practice just learned her own style, right? But Virginia's page turned awesome because she showed how like the desire to do something can manifest in the work, right? And yeah, so her pictures are just, they're beautiful. I tell you, I've worked with a lot of photographers doing the show and everything, and Virginia, her could be in magazines now. So yeah, Brenda, I got you. We will do a happy birthday for Virginia tomorrow, my friend. And I sure hope that's the right Virginia. I'm playing. I know it is. Your poor face, says Lisa Cassidy. Yeah, my poor face has been saying my poor face since the dang thing got me. Yeah, but it'll be all right. You know, it'll heal. It's, how do they say? Pain heals. No, hang on. Pain heals. Pain heals, glory lasts forever, and chicks dig scars. Yeah, Keanu Reeves back in the day. Yeah, right? Muffley 420 says, let's be friends. I love it. Right on, Muffley. Let's be friends. Hoorah. Robert Barnhart. Hi, Robert. Hamage. Nice points. Well, thank you, my friend. Kathy. Matt, you have birthdays. Yes, Kathy, I'm getting them down, my friend. I'm getting them down. All right, let me drop to the bottom because I'm way behind y'all guys. There we go. All right. No, Ben. Yeah, no. See, so I've got the stinger mark, bro. Yeah. So, Kashi HTTC. Pain heals, glory lasts forever, chicks dig scars. Right on, my friend. Yep, you know it. That's how it goes. Thank you, Thief. Hi, oh, thank you, Ben. Hi, Zen. I hope you're doing well, Zen. Mary Ann. Hey from New Brunswick, Canada. Hey, neighbor. Good to see you. I always remind everybody, I live 4 miles from the Canadian border here. I've been neighbors with y'all guys my entire life. My little strip of Alaska borders Canada, and so our worlds are very similar. You know, at least the area there alongside Southeast Alaska. So it's good to see you, neighbor. I like that we as civilians get along still, and all, no matter what is happening right now in the world between like nations and junk. I think it really sucks to not be able to get along with our neighbors, and I think that really speaks for a lot. You know what I mean? But I do think also that this is important. What's important is that we, the civilians, stay cool with each other, and I'm just glad that you're here. And one of these days, I want to be able to hop the border. You would think living 4 miles away, I could get up there, but it's complicated. You know, I don't have any felonies. That's Just to let everybody know. See, I got haters out there that they'll take just anything and run with it, guys. Oh, yeah, I told y'all guys in another live recently. So those hater pages that they go on and they slander me and they use my footage and stuff, and they put out all this BS and everything, I recently given something by YouTube that's going to take them out, and it's pretty cool. It's a copyright strike that I can issue on people if they don't take down the videos and stuff. And yeah, if they don't take down the videos, then YouTube will actually give them their copyright strike. And I've got to get on there and mellow out a little bit and start getting a whole. Not going to be a jerk about it. At first, I wanted to just hit them with the guns, right? And then I realized that if I overreact and stuff, right, then I'm just as bad as them, basically, right? I mean, they started it. Let's not forget they started it. Still, though, justifying it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them all emails because there's a little email the person thing. I'm going to ask them real nicely, could you please take this down because it's inaccurate. It bothers me. And I don't want you making money by slandering my name, right? Up until now, it's been all right because people will see their lies and then it'll remind them of me. And then they come to our channel and, you know, they're like, oh, wait a minute. This is definitely not what they're talking about. But at some point, it started to get to me, right? And yeah, so I'm going to give them all a nice chance to be able to be real human beings, you know, and do what they should have done before, gently called the right thing. And if not, then I'm going to be like, boop. All right, let's send YouTube at them. Yeah, shout out to YouTube. Thank you so much for fixing problems. I always remind people, if we aren't part of the we're part of the problem. So it's a bigger problem to sit and just name off problems 24/7 without having some way to fix it, right? And I don't mean talking about being like, well, this, that, and the other, and what I would do is blah, blah, blah. That's not fixing the problem. Fixing the problem is having an actual constructive way to be part of the solution every single day, every single time. And I find that the biggest part of the solution in my world and in my studies through philosophy and history and all of this is simply to try and relate to the other side. Find a middle ground instead of everything having to be just this way or that way. You know what I mean? I really like talking to you. I wish I didn't have to go. We've already been on for 41 minutes. But unfortunately, I mean to say, however, unfortunately, because when we say but, it removes everything before it. Yeah, I got things to do and I'm way behind as usual. But I like talking to you like this because we do get to cover a lot of subjects that I would never even think to talk about, or when I do, it doesn't come out right. You know what I mean? Haters are just confused lovers. Right on, Kesher, HTTC, right on. It's like what I was talking about before about the spectrum, right? So like love and hate are connected. Somewhere in between them, you can go from love to hate or from hate to love, right? And yeah, they're trapped in there somewhere in the middle. I always try and remember though that hurt people. And so, especially here on the internet, it's a way to vent. And so they're hurt and they're passing that hurt on to somebody else. And for a minute, it makes them feel better because they can't find the solution. So it feels better to be part of the problem, is how I see it. I asked my counselor once, was in Betty Ford. That's, yeah, when I was at Betty Ford. And I was like, man, why is everybody always arguing and tripping out and stuff, you know, because he was really into the psychological. And he explained, well, nobody has their drug of choice, right? So they're basically getting high on their own supply. Our brain, when we're pissed off or when we're happy, it releases certain endorphins through the emotions we're feeling, and that gives us that stimulant that we need, right? And so that's what's happening a lot of times, is that when people behave a certain way, it releases certain chemicals or endorphins into their brain, and it makes them feel a different way. It might not be the way they want to feel, but it's better than however it was they were feeling, if that makes sense. Yes, Cubby, I'm coming. Good boy. Hang on. One moment, guys. Oh, never mind. It's taken care of. Okay, guys, I gotta go. What's that? Hang on. What's that? Cashier, HTTC. You are a legend, man. I love the way you get my name wrong. Oh, I'm so sorry. LOL, it's Keyser. I bet I'm doing it again. All right, my friend, I'm so sorry. I really am. Spelling is not my thing. I'm going to call you HTTC, all right? No, I'll figure it out. I'll get it. All right. Thank you for being here. Keyser. I think, yeah. Like a ninja, but wiser, from the movie The Usual Suspect. Okay. All right, all I have to do is Google that then, and I can get the pronunciation, my friend. I'm sorry, I'm still not keeping up. But when you put something in my head, I will figure it out. It's like I have people sometimes ask me a question that I don't know the answer to, and I will spend days figuring out. It's like I tell them, I'm like, this is a guess. I don't really know. I'll be able to tell you everything about it, though, in 3 days. So I got you, all right? Sean H. Hey, Matt from Southern Oregon. Love your mountain videos. Thank you, Sean. I'm going to have some more coming out soon, I hope. All right, guys, I got to go. Never give up, never surrender. Be the change we want to see in the world. And like Michael Jackson said, I'm going to start with the man in the mirror. Bye. Yeah, Jimmy and I've got a live later. I'll do a short and let you know when. I got to get a hold of him and make sure at 5 o'clock my time works. We got that thing out here with the police, the dinner out, basically it's get to know your local law enforcement. Now I'm friends with all the local law enforcement, so it's like I already kind of know them, but I hear they might have food too, so I'm sorry. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.